Well, welcome to 3Canyons Permaculture Farm in our 4th year. It's a little smoky. Got a lot of wildfires to the west of here. And I was just going to do a video on some of the things we've accomplished in 4 years. From a flat, a lot of grass, we've been able to put in a tiny house out front on the river. We've been able to put in about a half a mile of irrigation. The entire front yard is a 5-acre wetland restoration, which we have plenty of videos on that. You can go see that. The first thing we did was installed our experimental geothermal greenhouse here using climate battery technology. I built this with just the help of a few people. And what we have now is it's switched over to summer. We have abundant food. We've got the summer crops, beans, cukes, tomatoes, everything's set and nice. Peppers are in. We're about to harvest about 500 garlics. We've got beets, we've got escarole, we've got chard, we've got more beets, more chard, more cukes, more beets, a tree collard. We've got cilantro, other medicinal herbs. And we're constantly growing food. We've got some more cukes up here and all kind of starts, peanuts even. Peanuts in the high mountains of Pagosa Springs, Zone 5. That's an impossibility. So the climate battery and the additional water, this is all being run on solar. And you can see the system running here. You can hear it. It's basically air conditioning. And that's just running on a 25-watt panel. It's been doing that for 3 years. So we had success in designing this geothermal greenhouse, and we used the different skills we learned from building this to begin our front greenhouse here. Take a look at this pumpkin. Oh my goodness. We have a sawmill. We've been able to build this gigantic barn, all open design. This is 2 people. And so we're finishing up siding and roofing this with mostly repurposed stuff or stuff that lasts forever, so we never have to paint it or do anything. And we're now in the process of putting up fencing. We've been doing it for several years, but we're going to box this all out in several areas for goats, horses, sheep, yaks. We've got more fenced acreage over there, about 2-3 acre squares. And then there's the permaculture orchard. We've been working on this for 3 years. There's about a dozen or more fruit trees, 20 to 50 berry bushes, 15 raised beds, and continuous supply of food. As we come up onto the barn and the house, now we have frost freeze and fresh water tapped everywhere on this property. So there's water everywhere, as well as food. Our growing season really just starts now, but we already have tons of food. With garlic, tons of lettuces, spinach, just about everything you could want. And the summer crops will be going in outside now. And then you can always just come and eat some flowers. Look at that. Oh, delicious. So here we are at the new and improved earth tube heated greenhouse, which will be finished in just a few months. It's currently our boathouse, but this is a timber frame construction with some skylights that I put in, and we've been monitoring them for a year to see if they leak, which they do not. So the next phase is glazing on the whole front. And we have earth tubes coming up here in multiple places. And these tubes go out hundreds of feet in the property out here at 12 feet in depth, and then they come back in here. So we're going to be harvesting the heat up in the ceiling here, moving it through the property and back in. This gives us a constant 54 degrees. So the entire house is framed, and so this French door will be able to open up completely, and we will have climate control in the whole house from the greenhouse. There's also hydronic floor heating that we can use solar accumulators to heat the floor. We're going to have slab heaters. There's a really big open church feel in here with a bridge and stairs that go up. And that's the house, basically a tiny 2-bedroom. And then there we have the giant workshop. So through this door is going to be my studio and Leah's studio, 2 stories. And we have a huge workspace in here. Remember, it's just 2 people doing all this. And here's our gigantic barn. This is where I do the show. That's how I stay warm in the winter. And then we come out back where we've been able to build multiple structures for housing our birds and our pigs. And there's more permaculture. Everywhere you walk on the property, there's food. Purple orac, spinach, peas, cilantro, and chickens, and beyond organic eggs. We have gone through a lot of chickens here. We've got all kind of fruit trees and different stacked layering of plantings. There's going to be a full roof all the way across the back here. We just got the timber frame deck up last year. And we're growing some of the largest Hopi corn in the state in Pagosa Springs. We've been able to keep this alive through dozens of freezes. And now it's knee-high and it's not even the 4th of July. So there's success. We've got multiple areas with bees and now bear-proofed because we had some bear issues. Another one of those frost freeze. There's a battery barn that will supply all the electricity when the solar goes up. The solar array goes right here. And this is our pullet house. Where every morning we can just come out and get fresh eggs. And we can pet the fresh bacon. Ain't that right, Bee? Hello, lady. Oh dear. What do you got? There we go. Sorry about that. So that's basically the homestead down here at 3Canyons in a nutshell. There are lots of projects we still need to do, and these are all ongoing. As you can see, the deck, it needs a railing, it needs steps. We're just about to insulate the house with a non-toxic icene spray foam, which gives us an R value around 60. So extremely efficient. And then the solar gain from the front greenhouse will be able to keep our homestead 54 degrees with a 25-watt blower. That is efficiency that everyone should be using. And again, like I said, there's food everywhere. So, there's a lot to do. The work is never ending. And it's just reward after reward after reward. So, let us know what you think, how we've done. Potatoes are coming up. Right in there. We've got about 6 boxes of potatoes. We'll probably grow 200 or 300 pounds of potatoes this year. And that's how you do that. Abundance. My neighbor's working on a similar project, so there's lots of like-minded people in this valley. And then we always got Alan. And if it wasn't for Alan, we wouldn't be anywhere. So that's it. We just picked up the first load of wood. It's June, and this is ongoing because we live in a place that gets tens of feet of snow. And that's empty. So we need to fill that up quick. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Share this with like-minded people. If you have any questions about homesteading, prepping, permaculture, let me know. And we'll see what we can do. These are purple pestamon and salvia. We've got hollyhocks, we've got heirloom lettuces, we've got chard, we've got spinach. We're trying some chickpeas. It's a tropical bean. Anything's possible if you make it possible. Thanks for watching. We love each and every one of you. Be safe.